funds and fine charities. But life is not as easy as that. Its first days were full of light and colour. Of course, it was always a small house. Sir Mortimer Candle, who helped to create it, loved it, and the house gave him its heart. The house knew that he did for it what he could with his means. The house suffered with him when his first wife died of the plague, rejoiced with him when he married again so beautiful a lady, suffered with him once more when the beautiful lady ran away to Spain with a rascal. There is a little room, the priest's room, where Sir Mortimer shut himself in and cried, one long summer day, his heart away. When he came out of there, he had no heart any more, and the house, the only witness of that scene, put its arms about him, loved him more dearly than it had ever done, and mourned him most bitterly when he died. The house after that had a very especial tenderness for the priest's room, which was first hung with green tapestry, and then had dark panelling, and then was whitewashed, and then had a Morris wallpaper, and then discovered its dark panelling again, changing its clothes, but never forgetting anything. But the house was never a sentimental weakling. It was rather ironic in spirit, because of the human nature that it saw, and the vanity of all human wishes. As to this business of human wishes and desires, the house has never understood them, having a longer vision and a quieter, more tranquil heart. After the experience that it had had of these strange, pathetic, obstinate, impulsive, short-sighted beings, it had decided perhaps that they are bent on self-ruin, and seemed to wish for that. This has given the house an air of rather chuckling tenderness. Considering such oddities, its chin in its hand, and the wood gathering round to listen, whether there should be anything worth listening to, for the house, when it likes, is a good storyteller. The eye of its mind goes back to a number of puzzling incidents, and the most puzzling of all, to the story of Edmund Candle and his lady Dorothy, the events of a close summer evening in 1815, the very day that the house and its inhabitants had the news of Waterloo. Sir Edmund Candle was a very restless, travelling gentleman, and all the trouble began with that. The house could never understand what pleasure he found in these tiresome foreign tours that he prosecuted, when there was the lovely English country for him to spend his days in. His wife Dorothy could not understand this either. There was a kind of fated air about them from the moment of their marriage. The house noticed it on their very wedding day, and the priest's room murmured to the parlour, "Here's an odd pair," and the staircase whispered to the little dark hall with the family pictures, "This doesn't look too well," and the powder closet repeated to the yellow bedroom, "No, this doesn't look well at all." They had, of course, all known Edmund from his birth. He was a swarthy, broad-shouldered baby, unusually long in the leg, and from the very beginning he was known for his tender heart and his obstinate will. These two qualities made him very silent. His tender heart caused him to be afraid of giving himself away. His obstinate will made him close his mouth and jut out his chin, so that nobody could possibly say that his resolve showed signs of weakening. He had a sister, Henrietta, who was the cause of all the later trouble. The house never from the beginning liked Henrietta. It considered that she had been of a sly, mean, greedy disposition. There is nothing like a house for discovering whether people are mean or greedy. Chests of drawers, open fireplaces, chairs and tables, staircases and powder closets. These are the wise recipients of impressions whose confidence and knowledge you can shake neither by lies nor arrogancies. The house was willing to grant that Henrietta loved her brother, but in a mean, grasping, greedy manner, and jealousy was her other name. They were children of a late marriage, and their parents died of the smallpox when Edmund was 19 and Henrietta 21. After that, Henrietta ruled the house, because Edmund was scarcely ever there, and the house disliked exceedingly her rule. This house was, as I have said, a loyal and faithful friend and servant of the Candle family. Some houses are always hostile to their owners, having a great